For Chris Uppenthal's Lady Royals, Hamilton Southeastern has been on a tear since the new year started. They've won their first 3 games of 2013, averaging win margins of almost 35 points. But tonight they'll do it against stiff competition as the 5th-ranked Lady Wildcats from Lawrence North invade Hamilton Southeastern in a matchup of top 10 teams in Class 4A in the state of Indiana. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Hamilton Southeastern basketball on AudioSportsOnline.com. My name is Brian Scott. Tonight should be a good one as 2 of the top teams in the state of Indiana, number 5 Lawrence North and number 7 Hamilton Southeastern, hook up tonight. It is the pink game here at Hamilton Southeastern. You'll see the Lady Royals dressed in pink uniforms, the coaching staff in pink tops, and even across the scorer's table you'll see plenty of pink in Hamilton Southeastern's gymnasium tonight, all in support of the Kay Yao Cancer Fund. The late Kay Yao, a former North Carolina State University head women's coach. North Carolina State, they are no strangers to losing dear ones to cancer. Of course, Jim Valvano, the former North Carolina State coach of the Wolfpack that won an NCAA tournament championship, died via cancer, and so did Coach Kay Yao. They are supporting it tonight for breast cancer research here in Hamilton Southeastern. There's plenty of baked goods out on the concourse outside the gymnasium. Raffle tickets, all of it for a very, very good cause, as the proceeds tonight will go to the Kay Yao Cancer Fund. Besides that, again, a fantastic basketball game on tap for you tonight here on ASO, as number 5 Lawrence North comes in with a record of 14-3, winners of their last 5, including a blowout last Saturday in an MIC game at Terre Haute South, as the Wildcats defeated Terre Haute South by 40, 80-40. For Hamilton Southeastern, winners of their last 3, they also come off of a 45-point blowout. They knocked off Zionsville in a Hoosier Crossroads Conference matchup Saturday, 65-20. For the Wildcats in that game against Terre Haute South, they had 3 players with double-doubles. Jordan Hankins had 24 points and 10 boards. Mikhail Rogers, 16 points and 10 rebounds. And Lamena Cooper also had 11 points and 10 rebounds. Factor that Destiny Washington came away with 16 points, and 4 of the 5 starters for Lawrence North were in double figures for that game last Saturday. For Hamilton Southeastern, it was a cruise on Saturday. They knocked off Zionsville, as I mentioned, 65-20. Taya Reimer with 28 points, and she was pretty much done after 3 quarters of play. Jessica Pongonis finished with 10 points, 9 points for Lindsey Walton, as Coach Huppenthal was able to get quite a few players a lot of minutes in that 4th quarter, as Hamilton Southeastern shut out Zionsville in the 2nd quarter, 17-0 en route to the 65-20 victory on Saturday night. Both these teams come in with some pretty good powered offenses. Hamilton Southeastern's averaging 55 points per game, and defensively, one of the best. They give up just a little over 39 points per game. For Lawrence North, even better on the offensive side of the glass. Offensive side, I should say, 63.6 points per game, giving up a shade over 43 points per game. So both teams know how to put the ball in the basket. Both teams know how to defend well. And Terre Haute, coming off of Terre Haute, the Terre Haute South coach said that that was one of the best teams that he had seen all season, and one of the best well-rounded teams, offensive, defensive, that Terre Haute South had faced all season long. For Hamilton Southeastern, this is the first top 10 opponent they have faced since the Hall of Fame Classic against, at the time, Columbus North, who was ranked number 1. And, of course, it was the first loss of the season for the Lady Royals. They lost that matchup 53-30 en route to losing both games of that tournament. They would lose to Logansport later that night by the score of 50-40. So 2 losses on the ledger for Hamilton Southeastern, 3 losses for Lawrence North. They have lost to Columbus North, so both teams share that. Though for the Wildcats, a little closer game. They lost by just a pair, 64-62. And their other 2 losses are both in overtime. A loss to Pike, 63-59, and a loss to Bedford North Lawrence, 56-54. So when you take a grand total and look at things, a grand total of 8 points separate Lawrence North between being 14-3 and 17-0 as we come into tonight's game. If we take a look at the particulars coming into tonight, the head coach of the Lawrence North Wildcats is Chris Giffen, and this is his first year coaching. He's 14-3 so far in his first year at Lawrence North, and head coach of the Lady Royals is Chris Huppenthal, 143-31 in his 8th year at Southeastern, 318-69 in his 17th year overall. Before we tell you more about the starting lineups and more particulars about tonight's game, we're going to have our national anthem. That's our national anthem performed tonight by the Hamilton Southeastern Jazz Band in attendance here at Hamilton Southeastern High School. Glad you could join us here for Royals basketball and ASO. My name is Brian Scott. We were talking about the particulars coming into tonight's game. Lawrence North ranked number 5 in Class 4A. Hamilton Southeastern ranked number 7. But if you look at the Sagarin rankings, we see a little bit of a different story as Lawrence North comes in ranked number 1 overall in the state of Indiana and first in Class 4A. So according to the computers, they believe Lawrence North is the number 1 team in the state of Indiana. For Hamilton Southeastern, they come in 7th ranked overall in the state and 7th in Class 4A, so that ranking holds true. Over the last 10 years, Hamilton Southeastern has been the better of this matchup, 8-2 over the past 10 years, including a 67-52 victory at Lawrence North back on January 17th of 2012. So that's the particulars for tonight's matchup. Now it's time as we give you the starting lineups for tonight's action. As I mentioned, you will notice that the Lady Royals wearing the pink uniforms with the blue numbers, as it is the pink game. Royals wearing the pink, all of the ladies getting the pink flowers as they are discussing what this game means. Again, all in support of the K-Yao Cancer Fund for breast cancer research. All of the proceeds from tonight's game, including the bake sale and the raffle, all being given to the K-Yao Cancer Research and the K-Yao Cancer Fund, all partnership with the V Foundation. As what they are currently going to do is go through, and our members that have survived breast cancer are going to get a very, very well deserved recognition here at Hamilton Southeastern High School, as the players will give those flowers to those that have survived breast cancer, and a very, very well-deserved round of applause here at Hamilton Southeastern High School. Players taking the flowers, handing them to the survivors here at Hamilton Southeastern, those that have survived and licked breast cancer. And again, all the proceeds from tonight's action going to the K-Yao Cancer Fund to help support breast cancer research. Again, this is a matchup of number 5 versus number 7 in the state of Indiana, as we only have a few more games left in this regular season before we start thinking about sectional action. After tonight's game, only 4 games remain on the schedule for the Lady Royals. 2 of them are on the road. They'll be this Saturday at Lafayette Jefferson in one of the final games in the Hoosier Crossroads Conference portion of the schedule. And then they will travel to Pike on January 22nd. This game, that game at Pike will be available on Audio Sports Online. We will, due to scheduling conflicts, not be able to bring you the Lafayette Jefferson game this Saturday. And then the Lady Royals will wrap up the regular season at home. January 25th, they'll welcome Fort Wayne Canterbury here to Hamilton Southeastern High School before wrapping up the regular season and a possible Hoosier Crossroads Conference Championship against the Avon Orioles on January 31st. Let's go ahead and give you tonight's starting lineups in this contest. First of all, for Lawrence North, they come in with a record of 14-3. The head coach is Chris Giffen. They'll start a very traditional lineup, 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center. At a guard is a 5'5" junior, Anna Owens. At a guard, a 5'7" sophomore, Jordan Hankins. At forward is a 6-foot senior, a 5'8" sophomore, Lamina Cooper. The other forward is a 6-foot senior, Mikhail Rogers. And at center, a 5'11" junior, Destiny Washington. So in the backcourt, Owens and Hankins. And up front, Rogers, Washington, and Cooper. Those are the starting 5 for Coach Giffen's Lawrence North Lady Wildcats. For Coach Chris Huppenthal's 7th-ranked Hamilton Southeastern Lady Royals, this is a pretty familiar lineup. It's one that has scored a lot of points and done very well defensively. Starting at a guard will be a 5'8" junior, Lindsey Walton. At the other guard, a 5'7" freshman, Megan Walton. At guard, a 5'8" senior, Casey Huppenthal. At forward is a 6'1" senior, Jessica Pongones. And at forward, a 6'3" senior, Taya Reimer. So once again, for Coach Huppenthal and the Lady Royals, in the backcourt is the Waltons, Lindsay and Megan, joined by Casey Hornbuckle. And up front, Reimer and Pongones. Those are the starting 5 for Coach Huppenthal's Lady Royals of Hamilton Southeastern. The Royals, as I've mentioned, are in the pink jerseys with the royal blue numbers. And for Lawrence North, they are in green jerseys with red numerals with white trim. So we're about ready for basketball here at Hamilton Southeastern. Glad you could join us. Number 7, Hamilton Southeastern welcomes number 5, Lawrence North. And we should have a good one for you here on ASO. Royals will be moving left to right as we get ready for tonight's game, and it'll be Taya Reimer jumping center against Destiny Washington. So pull up a chair. We hope you enjoy tonight's game on this Tuesday night in Indiana. The ball is in the air, and it is controlled by Lawrence North, and they'll have the basketball. They'll look over a man-to-man defense as they get the ball to Lamina Cooper. Cooper leaves it to Washington. Skip pass over to the corner. Hankins' 3 is on the way. Too strong off the back iron, but getting good position underneath is Destiny Washington. And the first 2 points belong to Lawrence North. Jessica Pongones will bring it into the front court and hand it off to Lindsey Walton as the Royals will look over a man-to-man defense. Megan Walton, low pass, but she corrals it. Then it's poked away from her, and they'll say Megan touched it last. Coach Huppenthal not in agreement, but the ball goes to Lawrence North, up 2-0, just underway for the start of this contest. Bringing it over the right side is Anna Owens, and they give it up. They get it down low to Washington. Washington works on Reimer. Shot too long, but getting the rebound. And a little floater with the right hand is Jordan Hankins. And Lawrence North is quickly up 4-0. Pongones with the inbound. Gets it to Reimer. Taya will get it into the front court in a hurry and then stop and wait for her teammates. Taya with a left-handed dribble spins in the lane just in front of the free throw line. And Taya Reimer has the first 2 points for Hamilton Southeastern. It's 4-2 in favor of the Wildcats. Driving left side of the lane and having her shot blocked by Taya Reimer is Anna Owens, and the ball stays in possession of Lawrence North. 6:46 remaining in the opening quarter of play. 4-2, Wildcats with the lead and the basketball. Owens to trigger the inbound from the baseline, throws it into Lamina Cooper. Cooper guarded by Hornbuckle. Reverses her dribble. Here comes help from Reimer. Poked away to Hornbuckle. But Anna Owens is able to strip it. Ball still loose. And finally gets back into the hands of Jordan Hankins. Her shot from the right elbow, no good. Lindsey Walton with a rebound, and a whistle and a foul will be called as it will go against the Wildcats in Owens. First foul of the contest goes against the Wildcats, and it goes against Anna Owens, her first. 4-2 Wildcats with the lead. Pongonis trying to throw it in, threw it high and threw it off of the backboard. Or no, it was going to be blocked out of bounds. Looked like the backboard. It was just Michaela Rogers jumping high. From our vantage point, it looked like it was off the backboard, but instead, Pongonis gets it into Lindsey Walton. Walton right side, all alone, Megan Walton for three, but it's short. Washington with a rebound. She gives it to Owens. Owens into the front court, pull-up jumper on its way, misses everything. And the air ball will go out of bounds and belong to Hamilton Southeastern. Reimer, long outlet pass. Nobody watching Lindsey Walton, and Lindsey Walton gets an easy two. Great awareness by Taya Reimer to see Lindsey Walton breaking. Lawrence North all concerned about the press, and now here's the three by Owens. It's no good. Outlet pass from Reimer again to Walton, but this time too long. It goes out of bounds. Tied at 4 with 5:49 left to go as Owens will depart, and Lauren Dickerson now in for Coach Chris Giffens. Lawrence North Wildcats. 5:45 remains in this first quarter. Hankins with a basketball, left side, tries to get it into the hands of Lamina Cooper. Cooper can't hang on to the pass, and it goes out of bounds and belongs to the Royals. Megan Walton looking to inbounds the ball, throws it to Lindsey Walton. And Lindsey Walton will work on against Lauren Dickerson and get it into the front court. Hornbuckle, Lindsey Walton down low, finds Taya Reimer. Reimer goes up, gets the bucket, and draws the foul. Nice feed and entry into Taya Reimer. Reimer gets the bucket, and the foul will go against Destiny Washington. Her first, team foul number 2 against the Lady Wildcats, and Taya Reimer is at the line to convert the three-point play. So Reimer with the and one at the free throw line, and she does just that. She now has 5 points, and the Royals now out in front 7-4 with 5:23 left to go in this first quarter. Hankins with the basketball as they look over now a 2-3 zone employed by Southeastern. Right side, this is Cooper. Cooper back to Hankins, into the hands of Dickerson. She loses it, getting it to Hankins. And coming away with the basketball was Casey Hornbuckle, but she loses it. And the ball will belong to Lawrence North. Taylor Graham comes in for Casey, as the Royals have a 3-point lead with 5:03 remaining in the opening quarter of play. Down into the free throw line is Lamina Cooper. Cooper right side to Hankins. Hankins with the basketball. Gives it back over to Cooper. They feed down low, and it's poked away as Rogers unable to keep a handle on it. Poked away from behind. Taya Reimer pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Just rims out. Ball rebounded by Lawrence North. Dickerson left side gives it to Cooper. Cooper with the basketball working against Lindsey Walton. Now we'll give it back up top to Hankins. Jordan Hankins right side. This is Destiny Washington. She finds Cooper down in the corner, and Cooper gives it back. Skip pass into the corner, into the hands of Lauren Dickerson. Dickerson back to Hankins. Drives in the lane. Shot high off the glass. And Jordan Hankins has her 4th point. And the Royal lead is cut to 1 as we approach the halfway point here in the first quarter of play. 7-6 Southeastern. Here's Pongonis. Right elbow. Feeds Reimer. Reimer gets the pass and puts it in. Taya Reimer with 7 points as she had to go and retreat. And no timeout as players were going to the bench for Coach Huppenthal. He heard a whistle, thought a timeout had been called. It was simply to retrieve the basketball, and they quickly get back out on the court. With the basketball, Dickerson, right side. They've Washington down low, and she works over Jessica Pongonis and has her first point. Destiny Washington with her fourth point. 1 point lead for Southeastern at 9-8. Lindsey Walton with the basketball, guarded closely by Washington, finds Taya Reimer. Reimer to Pongo. They get down to Taylor Graham in the corner, but a whistle stops play, and we'll have a foul called against Lawrence North. Foul will go against the Wildcats. It'll be their third team foul, and the foul will go against Lauren Dickerson. Her first, team third. Taylor Graham with the basketball. Finds Lindsey Walton, three on the way. Nice screen by Pongonis. And now a whistle will stop play, and a push and a foul is going to be called on Megan Walton. It'll be the first foul against Southeastern. As Megan Walton will pick up her first. Kaylee Huppenthal set to come in for the Royals. And coming in for Lawrence North will be Amani Ferguson. Ferguson comes in for Destiny Washington. 9-8, Southeastern with the lead, but Lawrence North will have the basketball, trailing by a point with 3:03 remaining in this first quarter of play. Dickerson. Skip pass to Hankins. Hankins' three is on the way. Off the back flange, no good. Reimer with a rebound. Her outlet to Graham is almost stolen. There's a good anticipation there by the Wildcats' Lauren Dickerson, but the ball will stay in the hands of Southeastern as Jessica Pongonis will trigger the inbound. And she finds Lindsey Walton. 2:50 remain in the opening quarter. 9-8. Seventh ranked Southeastern leading fifth ranked Lawrence North. Huppenthal cross to Lindsey Walton. Walton loses it for a minute, gives it to Taylor Graham, left side to Walton. To Reimer. Three ball from the corner is on its way and good. 10 points for Taya Reimer. 12-8 lead for Southeastern. But 2:24 left to go in the opening quarter. Left side, Amani Ferguson. Spins it around to Dickerson. Dickerson's three is no good. Loop ball is loose. Hankins with a rebound. She's triple teamed. Tries to do something with it. Finally finds Lamina Cooper. Cooper will give it over to Ferguson. And now the Royals go to a 2-3 zone. Cooper to Ferguson. Has Hankins to her right. 1:55 left to go first quarter. And now Dickerson leaves it off for Hankins. Left side, three ball on its way is no good by Ferguson. Ball tapped out, controlled by Huppenthal, and she tries to give it to Jessica Pongonis. Jessica can't handle the pass. It'll go off of her legs, and the ball belongs to Lawrence North. Lindsey Walton and Jessica Pongonis check out. Checking in is Maddie Taylor and Megan Walton. Destiny Washington will now come in. She will take over for Mikhail Rogers. Royals with a 12-8 advantage. Lawrence North has the basketball. Left side is Ferguson. They move the ball around. Here's Washington's jumper from 8 feet out. No good. Graham with a rebound for Southeastern, and she's going to leave it off to Taya. Reimer will walk it into the front court, pass it down to Taylor. Taylor back out to Graham. Graham right side, Megan Walton. Looking to post up Maddie Taylor. Instead, skip pass to Huppenthal. Huppenthal finds Taya Reimer, but Reimer can't make the shot. Gets her own rebound, and they'll say the foul occurred on the floor. It was a great entry pass from Kaylee Huppenthal, and they're going to say the foul occurred on the floor. And the foul goes against Destiny Washington, and her second team foul, number 4. Now Coach Huppenthal wanting to know why this isn't a shooting foul, as Taya was already headed to the free throw line, but they say the foul occurred on the floor. Taylor takes the inbound. Maddie terminates her dribble, now has to find Taylor Graham. Graham with the basketball, gives it to Taya Reimer. Taya, a little look, fake, turnaround jumper is up. It's good. Taya's feeling it. 12 points for Taya Reimer, 14-8 is our score. Driving in the lane, Devin Ferguson. She has to kick it out to Washington, who gives the ball up to Anna Owens. Owens, right side, finds Ferguson. Ferguson guarded by Graham. Looks over left side. Owens drives baseline, has it knocked away by Megan Walton. Good job defensively by Megan as Owens drove baseline, was going to do a little right-hand runner, but Megan knocks it out of bounds, and Lawrence North will have to inbound with 33.8 seconds remaining in the quarter, trailing 14-8. They get the ball into the hands of Lauren Dickerson. Dickerson to Ferguson, back to Dickerson for this final 26 seconds. It looks like the Wildcats are going to play for the final shot as the Royals sink back into a 2-3 zone. Under 19 seconds remain in the quarter. 14-8. Southeastern with the advantage. All Taya Reimer here in this first quarter. She has 12 of Southeastern's 14 points. 7 seconds. Lawrence North drives, kicks left side, driving baseline, and then kicking out to Anna Owens. 3 on the way at the buzzer. High off the back flange, no good, and that's the end of an entertaining first quarter of play. Taya Reimer has 12 points for Hamilton Southeastern as the 7th-ranked Royals lead number 5 Lawrence North by the score of 14-8. Back with second quarter action right after this. You're watching Hamilton Southeastern basketball on Audio Sports Online, brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment, a proud supporter of Hamilton Southeastern athletics and a proud supporter of the community. Learn more at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Welcome back to Hamilton Southeastern High School. Brian Scott with you on a Tuesday night. Ladies basketball on ASO. We've got a good one here tonight. Number 5, Lawrence North, comes to Hamilton Southeastern to take on the 7th-ranked Lady Royals. And right now it's the Royals with the advantage, 14-8. Taya Reimer, 12 points in that opening quarter to lead the Royals. To begin quarter number 2, it'll be Megan Walton, Lindsay Walton, Jessica Pongonis, Taylor Graham, and Maddie Taylor for Southeastern. And now we have a whistle on the steal by Anna Owens as she goes, gets the steal and leads the break. It'll go against Lindsay Walton, and that'll be her first. Second team foul as Lamina Cooper is back in on the court for Lawrence North is Anna Owens, Amani Ferguson, Lamina Cooper, Destiny Washington, and Mikhail Rogers. This is Owens. She looks to give it to Washington, stolen away by Pongonis. And Southeastern has the basketball. Poked away from behind is Lamina Cooper of Megan Walton. Cooper gets the entry pass, and then as she makes a move trying to spin in the lane, and they're going to give the ball back to Lawrence North, saying it was last touched by a Royal. So Lawrence North with the ball. They trail by 6, 14-8, 7:16 left to go in the first half. Owens with the basketball out on top as the Southeastern goes back to the 2-3 zone. Driving as Washington kicks it back out to Ferguson. Amani Ferguson, left side to Lamina Cooper. Cooper looks to feed Washington, but good defense by the Royals. That's actually Michaela Rogers. Here is Owens. They were looking for a push-off on Owens. Nothing comes, and instead, coming weak side is Michaela Rogers. And Rogers has the bucket. And now almost stolen, but retrieved by Taylor Graham. 14-10, our score. Graham with the basketball into the front court. And now here is a steal by Amani Ferguson. Picks the pocket, takes it away, misses the layup. Well, go on the putback by Destiny Washington. A foul by Maddie Taylor. Maddie Taylor with her first, team foul number 3. Taya Reimer back in for Reimer, and Coach Chris Huppenthal not very happy right now, missing a push-off by Anna Owens. She says he pushed down a Royal, and I believe it was Jessica Pongonis with a forearm. Something we saw from this angle, but the official didn't see from his angle. For Coach Huppenthal, he saw it clearly, but didn't get the call. And we have a timeout on the court with 6:21 left to go in this first half. Hamilton Southeastern leads Lawrence North by the score of 14-10. This is Hamilton Southeastern basketball on Audio Sports Online. Our next broadcast here on ASO will be this Friday as Coach Brian Satterfield's team makes a trip to Avon to take on the Avon Orioles. We'll have that game for you here on ASO, and we will have video of that game as well. JV game begins at 6 o'clock, varsity game at 7:30, all right here on ASO. Owens to trigger the inbound for the Wildcats. She looks in the lane, driving is Rogers, and we'll have a whistle and a foul called as Rogers drove the lane, and the foul is going to go against Southeastern's Jessica Pongonis, her first, team foul number 4. Mikhail Rogers at the line with a pair. First free throw is good. She has 3 points. She can make it a 2-point game with a free throw here. Southeastern led by 6 after the end of the first quarter. Still looking for their first points here in the second quarter. Second free throw is up. It is good as well. 4 points for Mikhail Rogers. And it's a 2-point Southeastern lead with 6:17 remaining in the first half. Taylor Graham into the front court. Leaves it to Pongonis. Pongonis between the circles. Tries to find Taya Reimer cutting to the basket, but the pass is high. And it goes out of bounds. Substitution as Brittany Goggins now in for Taylor Graham. So Goggins comes in for Graham, and Lawrence North, who had the first lead of the contest, looked to see if they could tie and go ahead with a 3. Skip pass over the top of the zone as Lamina Cooper will give it up to Jordan Hankins. Now back into the game for Coach Giffin's Wildcats. Down low to Rogers. Rogers, turnaround right-hander, too strong off of the back iron. Pongonis with a rebound for Southeastern. She leaves it for Lindsey Walton. Walton left side finds Goggins. Goggins with a right-hand dribble to Megan Walton. Megan Walton between the circles. Guarded by Hankins. Leaves it back to Goggins. Goggins finally finds Taya Reimer. Reimer finds Pongonis down low. Back out to Goggins. Goggins fakes the 3. Gives it to Reimer. Reimer steps into the jumper and nails it. 14 points for Taya Reimer. Back to a 4-point Southeastern lead. Cooper leaves it to Owens. Owens trying to make the bounce pass to Destiny Washington, who she was hoping was cutting baseline. Instead, Taya Reimer was the only one there, but Taya couldn't handle the ball, and it'll belong to Lawrence North. Entry pass to Washington. Washington shot no good. Rebounded by Lindsey Walton. 5:03 remains in the first half. Southeastern up 16-12. Walton left side to Goggins. Goggins to Megan Walton. Megan with a shot fake, looking to maybe make the entry pass to Pongonis. Drives the lane, sends it out to Taya. Taya's 3 is no good, but Megan Walton chases down the weak side rebound. Gives it up to Lindsay. Lindsay in the lane, stops. A little floater from 8 feet is good. Lindsay with her 4th point. It's a 6-point Southeastern lead. That's been their biggest of the night so far. 4:26 remain. Nice entry pass to Rogers. Rogers misses the shot. And coming away with a rebound is Goggins. Goggins loses it. Ball's on the court. Anna Owens comes away with it for the Wildcats. She gives it to Washington, who finds Cooper. Cooper finishes the break with a bucket and will head to the line for the and one. For Lamina Cooper, that's her first points. Basket is good, and the foul is against Jessica Pongonis, her second, and the 15th foul against Southeastern. Destiny Washington will leave, and Lauren Dickerson will return. Meanwhile, Lamina Cooper at the line, seeing if she can complete the 3-point play. So far for the Wildcats, they've missed some point-blank opportunities as the free throw is good. Three-point play cuts it to a 3-point lead for Southeastern, 18-15. As now Pongonis loses the basketball, guarded closely by Mikhail Rogers, but Pongonis able to get it into the front court. Picks up her dribble, finds Taya Reimer. More than halfway through the second quarter, 18-15, Southeastern with a lead. A little hesitation dribble. Reimer with the jumper at the free throw line. Lamina Cooper raises her hands. And she did not think she committed the foul, but the official says otherwise. For Cooper, her first 15 foul against the Lady Wildcats, and Reimer at the line where she's 1-1. Taya hits the first of two. Substitution, Casey Hornbuckle comes in for Brittany Goggins. So the starting five are back out on the court for Coach Huppenthal. Lindsay and Megan Walton, Casey Hornbuckle, Jessica Pongonis, and Taya Reimer, who's at the line looking to convert both free throws. Second free throw is good. Taya 3 for 3, feeling it tonight. She has 16 points, and the lead's up to 5 for Southeastern, 20-15. They go back to the zone. Owens to Hankins between the circles, back to Owens. Owens pops the three. Off the side of the rim, no good. Megan Walton with a rebound. Royals, here's Megan. She stops, pops the three, no good. Rebounded by Pongona. She goes up with the right hand, goes halfway down and comes out. Rimmed all the way around, did a 360 on the rim and came back out. Here's a pop for a three by Owens. It's no good, but chasing the rebound down is Michaela Rogers. Here's a three by Hankins from the corner, and it's up and good. Jordan Hankins with 7 points for the Wildcats. They cut it to a 2-point Southeastern lead. Lindsey Walton with the basketball. Gets around Devin Ferguson. Looks for a screen from Megan. Instead finds Pongonis. Three ball on its way is up and good. Pongo with her first points. It's a three from the top of the key. And it's back to a 5-point Southeastern advantage with 2:43 left to go in this first half. Hankins thought about three, instead goes right side to Devin Ferguson. Down low, nice entry pass on the lob to Michaela Rogers. Rogers with 6 points, and it's a 3-point Southeastern lead. Full court pressure once again by Lawrence North into Lindsey Walton, guarded by Ferguson. Lindsey behind her back and into the front court. Gets around a Reimer screen. And now a foul on a reach in, and we'll see if they get Ferguson or Cooper. And it will be Dickerson with the foul. Taylor Graham back in. It's a 16th foul for Lawrence Central, as leaving will be Anna Owens, Lauren Dickerson, and Mikhail Rogers. Lindsey Walton will depart for the Royals. And Megan Walton will trigger the inbound. Monty Ferguson back in. Devin Ferguson as well. And Destiny Washington. And the pass is overthrown out of bounds and belongs to Lawrence North. Southeastern with a 23-20 advantage. 2:07 remaining in this first half of play here at Hamilton Southeastern. Number 5 Lawrence North with the basketball, trailing number 7 Southeastern. There's a reach in as Taylor Graham ties up Jordan Hankins, but the possession error will favor the Lady Wildcats. Under 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Washington will inbound. She will throw it in and give the ball to Devin Ferguson. Back to the zone goes Southeastern. And has been very effective limiting Lawrence North to just perimeter shooting. Jordan Hankins with the basketball, looking to get around a Washington screen. Instead goes left side. They get it into Cooper. Cooper drives baseline, working on Pongonis. Pongonis with a block, but right into the hands of Washington. Her shot's no good. And dribbling it back into the back behind the timelines, Devin Ferguson. She feeds Washington from the right elbow, and Destiny Washington has her 6th point of the game, and it's a 1-point Southeastern advantage with 1:17 left to go in the first half. As Taya Reimer, who has 16 points, brings it up left side to Graham, down low to Reimer. Reimer works, fouled from behind by Amani Ferguson. And we'll see if it's. And they will say it's not in the act of shooting, but it is the 17th foul. Foul went against Amani Ferguson, her first. Lindsey Walton returns. Hornbuckle leaves, and Taya Reimer, who is 3 of 3 from the line, is now at the line with a 1-and-1. Taya so far, 16 points, misses the free throw. Washington with a rebound. Cooper goes left side, it was Devin Ferguson. Goes left side, and losing the basketball is Amani Ferguson. And the ball goes back to Southeastern, up by a point with 57.8 seconds left to go first half. And they will see some full court pressure employed, but now Lawrence North will go back and play half court defense. Lindsey Walton with a basketball, slips and falls. Coming away with it is Destiny Washington, and she will lay it up and make the basket. A little bad luck there as Destiny Washington gives the Wildcats the lead, 24-23. Megan Walton with the basketball up top to Lindsey. 32 seconds remain in the first half, 24-23 Lawrence North. Reimer with the basketball, 16 points so far for Taya. Top of the key, Megan for three, off the glass and in. Megan Walton hits her first bucket. It's a three to give Southeastern a 2-point lead with under 15 seconds remaining in the quarter. And Lawrence North will play for the final shot. Devin Ferguson sets the offense. 6 seconds remain. Up top, this is Amani Ferguson, right side. Jordan Hankins for three, nails it at the buzzer to send Lawrence North to the locker room with a 1-point lead, 27-26. Check back with us in about 5 or 6 minutes. We will have halftime stats at the break. Lawrence North, number 5 in the state of Indiana, leads Hamilton Southeastern, ranked number 7, 27-26. We'll be back right after this in about 5 or 6 minutes on ASO. Halftime at Hamilton Southeastern High School. The Lady Royals, ranked number 7 in the state of Indiana, trail the 5th-ranked Lawrence North Lady Wildcats by the score of 27-26, thanks to a Jordan Hankins three-pointer at the buzzer to send Lawrence North to the locker room at the break with a 1-point advantage. For the most part, this game has been controlled by Hamilton Southeastern. They've led by as much as 5-6 points at a shot. After Lawrence North got out to the early lead, it was all Taya Reimer in that first quarter, as Taya Reimer scored 12 of her 16 points in the first quarter to have Southeastern race out to the 14-8 first quarter lead. It went pretty much as planned for Coach Huppenthal in the second quarter until the final couple of minutes, when a couple of steals and some turnovers by Hamilton Southeastern allowed Lawrence North to creep back in. Lawrence North took a 2-point lead, only to watch a 3-point basket by Megan Walton put Hamilton Southeastern back out in front. But then the 3-point by Hankins puts the Lady Wildcats up by a point, 27-26, at the end of the first half of play. Let's give you our halftime statistics as you have been watching. During the halftime, the 4th grade Lady Royals traveling teams taking the court. They are the future of Lady Royals basketball. If you were with us the other night, as Hamilton Southeastern's boys team took on Brownsburg, we saw the 4th grade boys teams from both Hamilton Southeastern and Fishers playing here on Friday night. As again, the futures of Royals basketball looks in good hands as a good show put on by these 4th graders here at halftime. Again, our halftime stats, first off for the visiting Lady Wildcats. They're led by Jordan Hankins, 10 points. She had 2 3-point baskets in that second quarter. 8 points for Destiny Washington, 6 points for Mikhail Rogers, 3 points from Lamina Cooper, and then that's the extent of scoring for Lawrence North. Anna Owens, Amani Ferguson, Devin Ferguson, Lauren Dickerson, they all played. They did not score, as the 2-3 zone by Southeastern did a pretty good job of limiting Lawrence North to mainly perimeter shots. And the few shots they got close to the basket, they frankly just missed. Otherwise, they might have a bigger lead here at the half. For Coach Huppenthal's Lady Royals, leading all scores with 16 points. Taya Reimer, she had 12 of those, though, in the first quarter. 4 points for Lindsey Walton. 3 points each for Jessica Pongonis and Megan Walton on a pair of threes. And playing but not scoring were Taylor Graham, Casey Hornbuckle, Maddie Taylor, and Brittany Goggins. For Southeastern, they didn't take too many trips to the free throw lines, only 4, all by Taya Reimer. She was 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. And for the Lady Wildcats, same could be true. They only shot 3 free throws, and they are 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. The difference right now is a Jordan Hankins 3 at the buzzer, but pretty much for the Lady Wildcats, they've only had 2 3-point baskets in this contest, while Hamilton Southeastern has converted on 3 long-range attempts. For Coach Huppenthal, he's not been too happy with the officiating, and he comes out in the second half, and the first thing he does is grab an official. He has seen a few plays where he thought Lawrence North was pushing off at times. Not getting the call were the Lady Royals, and he's been none too happy about that. And coming out to begin the second half, he's still arguing that point. Nobody in any serious foul trouble on either side. Lauren Dickerson and Destiny Washington both have 2 fouls apiece for the Lady Wildcats. And the only Royal with more than 1 personal foul is Jessica Pongonis. She has a pair. So to begin the second half, first off for the Lady Wildcats of Lawrence North, it'll be Anna Owens, Jordan Hankins, Mikhail Rogers, Destiny Washington, and Lamina Cooper. That's their starting 5. And for the Lady Royals, the same can be said is true. Lindsay and Megan Walton, Casey Hornbuckle, Jessica Pongonis, and Taya Reimer. It'll be the Royals that'll have the basketball to begin quarter number 3. They'll move right to left. It is pink night here at Hamilton Southeastern, all in support of the K. Yao Cancer Fund. And the entry pass is stolen away, is trying to get it into Taya Reimer. Here's a nice pass from Hannah Owens as she finds Mikhail Rogers. Rogers now has 8 points, and the Wildcats have the first points in the second half. Here's the pass, trying to find Jessica Pongonis. Getting the basketball was Destiny Washington, but she's called for traveling. And the ball will go into the hands of Hamilton Southeastern. The Michaela Rogers bucket makes it a 3-point lead for Lawrence North, just underway, third quarter. Lindsey Walton on a give and go to Taya Reimer, and Reimer drives baseline to get her 18th point and make it once again a 1-point lead for the Wildcats, 29-28. Coming the other way, shot up no good. Hornbuckle with a rebound. She finds Megan Walton. Megan left side finds Lindsey. Lindsey on the baseline dribbles it back out and around a Reimer screen. Reimer levels Anna Owens, and Lindsey Walton completes the drive to the hoop for the bucket and puts Southeastern back out on top, 30-29. Good screen by Reimer, and that was no contest, Owens and Reimer. Owens went down like a sack of potatoes. She has the basketball. She feeds Washington at the free throw line. Might have been partially blocked by Pongonis. And Southeastern will have the basketball up by 1. 6:38 remains in this third quarter. Left side, Pongonis. Her only points are a 3-ball from the top of the key. Up to Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle has it poked away and now stolen by Washington. Washington misses the break. Cooper gets the putback, and they will not allow the basket. Instead, they will send Washington to the line for a pair. Casey Hornbuckle will be hit with her first team foul against Southeastern in the second half. And now we'll stop play as Destiny Washington. They are just making sure she is the right shooter. Cooper followed the play. And as the trailer, she made the basket, but they waved the basket off and sent Washington to the line. Washington with 8 points, and that's going to be fortuitous for Southeastern because she misses the first. So Southeastern already saving a point right there. Royals still lead 30-29. Washington makes the second, and we're tied at 30. With 6:23 left to go, third quarter. Pongonis to Lindsey Walton. Walton met by Anna Owens, but Lindsey into the front court. Dribbles around, drives, leaves it off for Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle by Hankins, gives to Pongonis. Pongonis, turnaround jumper in the lane is up and good. Pongonis with 5 points, a 2-point lead for Southeastern. As they get it to Cooper, Cooper tries the entry pass into the low post to Mikhail Rogers, and a whistle is blown as soon as Rogers touches the ball, and the foul's called against Hamilton Southeastern. And it goes against Jessica Pongonis, and that's her third. That's probably going to get Maddie Taylor off the bench. Inbound play from Owens to Hankins. 3 is no good. Lindsey Walton comes away with a rebound. Maddie Taylor at the scorer's table will check in on the next dead ball. Right side to Hornbuckle, poked away by Hankins, but it went off of the official. The official is in play. It would have gone out of bounds, but it went off of the official and came right back. And Hankins then commits the foul, her first. First team foul against Lawrence North. Maddie Taylor in, Pongonis out as Jessica leaves with 3 fouls. Hornbuckle looking for somebody to give it away, and she'll be called for the 5 seconds. Coach Uppenthal elects not to call the timeout, as in this game could become tight down the stretch, trying to save some early timeouts. And with Southeastern already with a 2-point lead, the Royals commit the 5-second violation. Owens to Hankins, right wing, as the 2-3 zone back in effect for Southeastern. Owens, right elbow, falls, gets it to Cooper. Cooper down low. Turnaround right-hander by Washington is no good. Rogers saves it, but she was too far under the basket. Lindsey Walton is able to keep it after Hankins almost steals it. Megan Walton, 3 is on the way. That's off the back flange, no good. Hornbuckle can't control it. Hankins can't control it. And Hornbuckle comes away with it for Southeastern. Gives it to Lindsey Walton, now to Taya Reimer. Taya to Megan. Megan with a shot fake. Drives left side of the lane. The shot is off the side of the rim. No good. Rogers with a rebound. Leaves it to Hankins. Hankins into the front court, left side to Anna Owen with the basketball. 4:51 remains, third quarter, 32-30, Southeastern lead. Turnaround jumper in the lane by Rogers is no good, and Taya Reimer cannot believe that she's going to have a foul called against her. It'll be Taya's first, the third team foul. And they are going to send McHale Rogers to the line for two. Rogers 1 for 2 from the charity stripe tonight. She has 8 points in the game. And she misses the first of 2. Taylor Graham will come back in for Casey Hornbuckle. And Destiny Washington departs, and Amani Ferguson is back into the lineup for Coach Giffen's Lawrence North Lady Wildcats. Meanwhile, McHale Rogers with one more free throw. Missed the first. And misses the second. Taylor with a rebound for the Royals. Southeastern still with a 2-point lead, 32-30. 4:40 remaining in the third quarter. Graham, right-hand dribble, harassed by Amani Ferguson. Loses the basketball, and coming away with it is Jordan Hankins. Hankins left side leaves it to Lamina Cooper. Cooper shot blocked by Maddie Taylor into the hands of Taya Reimer. Reimer to Graham, and as Graham gets the basketball, she's going to be fouled by Amani Ferguson. That'll be Ferguson's second. It'll be the second team foul against Lawrence North. And Megan Walton will trigger the inbound from the near sideline. Jordan Hankins guarding the inbound pass. And they find Taya Reimer. Reimer, baseline guarded by Lamina Cooper, gives it back to Megan Walton. Megan Walton pops the three. No good. Tipped out of bounds. They'll say it went off a Wildcat, and we'll keep it down here at the Southeastern end of the court. 4 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 32-30 is our score, and Coach Uppenthal will send Jessica Pongonis back in with 3 personal fouls, looking to see if they can get something done on the inbound play. They find Reimer on the nice entry pass. Reimer shot just off the back flange, and as Anna Owen gets the rebound, she's hacked from behind. Looks like that foul is going to go against Lindsay Walton. That'll be her second, but more importantly, it's the 4th team foul against the Lady Royals in this first half, and we haven't even reached the midway point of the third quarter yet. Owens left side to Ferguson. Ferguson to Hankin. Jordan Hankins left side to Cooper. Back to Ferguson. Here's a 3 from the corner off the back iron. No good. Cooper with a rebound and the putback for Lawrence North. Cooper with 5 points, and we're tied at 32. Pongo looks for the inbound, finds Graham. Graham leaves it for Lindsay Walton. Lindsay has it poked away by McHale Rogers, and then a whistle and a foul called against Southeastern. And that'll go against Lindsay Walton, and that'll be Lindsay's third. It is the 5th team foul against Southeastern, as Casey Hornbuckle will come in for Lindsay Walton. Walton leaves with 3 fouls and 6 points. Anna Owen with the inbound, but before we do that, we're going to have a timeout called by Chris Huppenthal of Hamilton Southeastern. 3 minutes, 36 seconds remain in quarter number 3. We're tied at 32. 7th-ranked Southeastern and 5th-ranked Lawrence North. This is Royals basketball on Audio Sports Online. Brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment, a proud supporter of Hamilton Southeastern Athletics and a proud supporter of the community. Learn more at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Brian Scott back at Hamilton Southeastern High School. We have 3 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. We are tied at 32 between the 5th-ranked Lawrence North Lady Wildcats and the 7th-ranked Hamilton Southeastern Lady Royals. Out of the timeout, it'll be Megan Walton, Taylor Graham, Taya Reimer, Jessica Pongonis, and Casey Hornbuckle on the court for Chris Huppenthal. Anna Owens triggers the inbound. She gets it to Lamina Cooper, joined by Jordan Hankins, McHale Rogers, and Amani Ferguson. Those are the 5 out for Coach Chris Giffens, Lawrence North Wildcats. Jordan Hankins with the basketball, right side to Ferguson. Down low to Rogers. Rogers finds Cooper. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rogers gets the rebound and the putback. 10 points for McHale Rogers And the Wildcats back out in front by 2, 34-32. Reimer into the front court. Left side to Megan Walton. Megan goes between the circles. Right side, Taylor Graham. Taylor with the basketball. She's guarded by Ferguson. Loses it. And now as Jordan Hankins gets the basketball, they're going to call a foul on Megan Walton. Really looked like Hankins was trying to go through Walton, and Coach Huppenthal saw the same thing. As Jordan Hankins leaves and Devin Ferguson comes in, Megan was there, and Hankins came through her. Here's a three on the way, top of the key, shot no good by Ferguson, Amani Ferguson. Graham with a rebound, and she will look to bring it up into the front court. 34-32, Lawrence North. Here's Pongonis. A jumper is up and good. Pongonis with 7 points. We're tied at 34. Left side, this is Amani Ferguson. Ferguson to Lamina Cooper. Cooper guarded by Megan Walton. Goes back left side to Ferguson. And Amani Ferguson will give it up to Anna Owens at the top of the key. Down low, back out into the hands of Devin Ferguson. Back up top to Anna Owens. They feed Rogers down to the low post. Turnaround jumper no good. Reimer with the rebound. Taya loses it briefly, gives it to Taylor Graham. Graham almost loses it, and we are tied up. Anna Owens and Taylor Graham, and the possession error will favor. It'll favor Lawrence North. Alicia Goad now in for Casey Hornbuckle, and Lindsey Walton returns with 3 personal fouls, and she'll take over for Taylor Graham. Lauren Dickerson now in for Lawrence North, as she brought the ball into the front court. Anna Owen almost lost it. Gives it back to Dickerson. Dickerson up top to Devin Ferguson. Back to Dickerson, to Devin Ferguson, to Anna Owen. 1:34 left to go, third quarter. Tied at 34 here at Hamilton Southeastern. Lamina Cooper with the basketball, guarded by Alicia Goad. Makes a move, drives right side, kicks it out. Owens for 3. Anna Owen with the 3 ball from the left wing. Puts the Wildcats up by 3. Megan Walton harassed, gets it into the front court. Gives it up to Pongonis from the left elbow. The shot is up and good. Pongonis with 6 points in the quarter, 9 in the game. And on the pass into the front court, Lamina Cooper looked like it went off of Southeastern. And originally the official was going to give it to Pink, or it's Southeastern, but they correct that call appropriately. Pongonis and Lindsey Walton will depart, both with 3 personal fouls. Maddie Taylor and Casey Hornbuckle come in for the final minute 3 of the third quarter. Southeastern trails by a point, 37-36. Now here's a steal by Megan Walton as she intercepts the pass. And we are now under a minute left to go in this first half of play. Megan Walton around a Reimer screen. Here's a long-range 3, misses everything. And we're going to have, they'll just say that the ball hit the end line. Jordan Hankins will come in for Lamina Cooper. It was Hankins that hit the big 3 at the end of the first half to send the Wildcats to the locker room up by a point. They're up by a point now with 44 seconds remaining in the third quarter, 37-36. Both teams have scored 10 points here in the third quarter. And the Wildcats will play for the final shot as Southeastern drops into the 2-3 zone. Under 30 seconds remain in the third quarter. Coach Huppenthal giving instructions from the sideline. Under 20 seconds as they'll just pound the basketball near the midcourt stripe. And now Dickerson sends the offense in motion. And here is a steal by Megan Walton. Megan loses the basketball, tries to get it to Alicia Goad. Goad will try to save it. It'll go out of bounds, but 2.2 seconds remain in the quarter. And now Coach Huppenthal will send the Royals up to pressure the inbounds to not make it easy on Lawrence North. Anna Owen with a basketball, and she will not get a shot off as time expires. So we end the third quarter like we ended the first half, with the Lawrence North Wildcats up by a point over Hamilton Southeastern. It's the Lady Wildcats 37, the Lady Royals 36. We'll be back with a fourth quarter right after this. This is Hamilton Southeastern basketball on Audio Sports Online, brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment, a proud supporter of Hamilton Southeastern athletics and of the community as a whole. Learn more at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Back in a moment. Welcome back to Hamilton Southeastern High School. Brian Scott with you tonight on a Tuesday night here in Central Indiana. Perfect night for ladies basketball and Audio Sports Online. It's the number 5 Lawrence North Wildcats leading the number 7 ranked Hamilton Southeastern Lady Royals by the score of 37-36. Lawrence North with a 1-point lead at the half. They lead by 1 after 3. And to begin the fourth quarter for Coach Huppenthal, it'll be Alicia Goad, Megan Walton, Lindsay Walton, Jessica Pongonis, and Taya Reimer, as the Royals will have the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. And for Coach Chris Giffen's Lady Wildcats, it'll be Destiny Washington, Anna Owen, Jordan Hankins, Lauren Dickerson. And here's a shot and a pop by Tia Reimer, and it's good. 20 points for Reimer as the Royals now lead by 1, 38-37. Devin Ferguson is the 5th member of the Lady Wildcats on the court. But substitutions will be coming in on the next dead ball, as it looks like Lamina Cooper and Michaela Rogers. And now we'll have a traveling violation by Anna Owen. It is Lamina Cooper and Michaela Rogers coming in, Jordan Hankins and Devin Ferguson departing. 38-37, Southeastern now with the advantage. And they'll have the basketball as Pongonis will trigger the inbounds. Looking for somebody in the 5-second call. Second time the Southeastern's been called for 5 seconds. And this time the ball goes back into the hands of Lawrence North as Lamina Cooper will inbounds right in front of the Wildcats bench. 38-37, Southeastern with the lead. 7:21 remains in regulation. Driving in the lane, then throwing it back out is Lauren Dickerson to Lamina Cooper. Cooper right side to Anna Owen. Owen couldn't handle it for a second, and the Royals go back to the 2-3 zone. Owen lobs it in, and just the only person she found was Taya Reimer. She was trying to find Michaela Rogers. Reimer to Megan Walton, knocked out of bounds by Anna Owen. But the ball will stay in the Southeastern front court, as 1 minute has expired here in the fourth quarter, and Hamilton Southeastern leads 38-37. Megan Walton inbounds to Taya Reimer. Reimer with 20 points. Has the basketball, right side, Lindsay Walton. Walton with 3 fouls, so is Jessica Pongonis. Alicia Goad stays in the contest. And now we're going to have a push-off, or no, they'll call a foul against Destiny Washington. That'll be her third. She'll be the first Lady Wildcats with 3 fouls, as timeout will be called by Chris Huppenthal in Hamilton Southeastern. 6 minutes, 45 seconds remain in regulation. And the 7th-ranked Lady Royals lead the 5th-ranked Lady Wildcats 38-37. I want to remind fans that our next broadcast of Royals basketball will be this Friday as Brian Satterfield's team travels to the west side of Indianapolis. They'll take on the Avon Orioles, but in a place that Hamilton Southeastern has always had a tough time playing in Avon. But they'll take on the Orioles this Friday night. JV game begins at 6, varsity game at 7:30. It will be a joint broadcast as Avon, another client, Audio Sports Online, so we'll be doing that broadcast for both teams. Yours truly with the call. Again, JV game at 6, varsity game at 7:30. All of that on Audio Sports Online this Friday. The next contest for the Lady Royals will be Saturday. They will take up the road to Lafayette They will take on the road, I should say, to play Lafayette Jefferson. Due to scheduling conflicts, we will not be able to broadcast that game to you on Audio Sports Online. Coach Huppenthal's team one step closer to a Hoosier Crossroads Conference Championship as they play the Broncos on Saturday, and they'll wrap up the regular season against the Lady Orioles to close out the season and look for another Hoosier Crossroads Conference Championship. Lindsey Walton will trigger the inbounds as the same 5 remain on the court. She gets it to Megan. Megan back to Lindsey. Lindsey around a Pongo screen. 3 balls no good. Long rebound comes down to Rogers. She hands it off to Lamina Cooper. Lawrence North trails by a point. 6:33 remains. Cooper looking over that 2-3 zone. Left side, Jordan Hankins. Hankins with a pair of threes in this contest. She has 10 points, but has been shut out here in the second half so far. Anna Owens looks to get around to screen. Runs around the perimeter. Now they get it down low to Rogers. Rogers works on Pongonis, and a right-hand runner in the lane is up and good. 12 points for Mikhail Rogers. And the Wildcats back out in front by a point, 39-38. Megan Walton, right side, Pongonis from the wing, back to Megan Walton. Ball fake, has it stolen away by Destiny Washington. Washington on the break with a right-hand layup, puts the Lawrence North Wildcats up by 3. 11 points for Washington, 41-38 Lawrence North. Active hands by Lawrence North throughout this game. Like Southeastern, they like to pressure the ball. As Reimer to Lindsey Walton. Walton down to Pongonis. Works left side. Right, the shot's no good. Just might have had a chance for the rebound, but was already heading back to the defensive end of the court. Here's Lamina Cooper, and she hits the 3. And Chris Huppenthal, that's enough for him. He's going to call a timeout as Lawrence North has jumped out to a 6-point lead with 5:16 remaining in this fourth quarter. It's Lawrence North 44, Hamilton Southeastern 38. This is Royals basketball on Audio Sports Online. Fans, want to remind you that all of our video broadcasts available on Audio Sports Online that we've done throughout the season are available on our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, look up Audio Sports Online, and all of our video broadcasts are archived on YouTube. You can post them to Facebook, send them via Twitter, email them to friends and family, all courtesy of Audio Sports Online. Also, all of our broadcasts via audio or video are also available at our home webpage, www.audiosportsonline.com. With 5:16 remaining in regulation, Lawrence North has gotten a couple of steals, and they now lead Southeastern 44-38 as Chris Huppenthal calls a timeout to stem the flow. Out of the timeout on the court for the Lady Royals, dressed in pink tonight, Jessica Pongonis, Taya Reimer, Lindsey Walton, Mega Walton, and Kaylee Huppenthal now takes to the court. And Reimer will trigger the inbounds as pressure by Lawrence North. Long outlet pass, Lindsey Walton. And she will take it and finish it. That's the second time tonight we have watched the Royals take advantage of pressure by the Lawrence North Wildcats. So intense is their pressure in the backcourt that has allowed a Royal to leak out into the front court for an easy bucket. Foul went against Hamilton Southeastern's Kaylee Huppenthal, her first, but more importantly, it's the 7th team foul against Southeastern. So Anna Owens is at the line for the 1-and-1. 44-40 is our score. Owens hits front iron, gets the kind roll. She now has 4 points, and she'll get the bonus. For Lawrence North, they only have 3 team fouls here in the second half as Owens converts the back end of the 1-and-1 to give the Wildcats a 6-point lead at 46-40 as we hit 5 minutes left to go in this regulation. Lindsey Walton loses it briefly, and now she's going to be fouled by Anna Owen. For Owens, that's her second, and it's the 4th team foul against the Lady Wildcats. Megan Walton will trigger the inbound right in front of the Southeastern bench. 2 5-second violations so far, but this time they get it into Pongonis. Jessica dribbles the basketball, will come near side, and now a reach-in foul. Really silly foul right there by McHale Rogers. It's only her first, but it is the 15th foul against Lawrence North. Chris Giffen not happy. Neither coach has really been happy with this officiating crew all night long. And now we're going to have a discussion as they make sure they get the correct foul. The correct foul, and it did go against Rogers. What looked to be a little touch foul. She is called for the reach-in, and Southeastern will have to trigger the inbound, which Huppenthal gets it to Lindsey Walton. Lindsey with a basketball, leaves it to Megan. Megan, right-hand dribble, leaves it to Taya Reimer, throws it high, and as Taya gets it, Lamina Cooper. It'll either be Lamina Cooper or McHale Rogers are going to be called for the foul, and that's foul number 6 on the team. It will go against Cooper, her second, team foul number 6. So the next team foul will put the Royals at the free throw line in the bonus. 4:42 remains in regulation, 46-40 Lawrence North. An outlet hits the bottom of the backboard and into the hands of Lawrence North. Driving in the lane, a player control foul against McHale Rogers, her second. It is the 7th team foul. No free throws will be shot. As standing in there and taking the brunt of that was Megan Walton, looking a little worse for the wear. So both teams shooting the bonus now for the remaining 4:37 in regulation, or how long this game goes. Reimer to trigger the inbound to Lindsey Walton. 46-40, Lawrence North with the lead, Southeastern with the basketball. Walton into the front court. Gets it to Reimer. Reimer loses it, tied up underneath, and the possession arrow favors Lawrence North. So Royals will head the other way as Lawrence North's Destiny Washington will trigger the inbound to Anna Owens, but as she does that, a quick timeout as a ribbon or something was lost. Again, Lady Royals all wearing pink, many of them with pink ribbons, pink socks. One of the ribbons looks like it got loose, and they had to pick that up off of the court. 46-40, we remain at that score. 4:20 remains in regulation. Cooper left side to Owen. Jordan Hankins back in for Lawrence North. Hankins left side to Owens. Royals stay in the 2-3 zone. Back to Hankins. Hankins to Owen between the circle. Back to Hankins as we approach the midway point of the fourth quarter with 4 minutes remaining. And they find Cooper in front of the free throw line. She steps up. Shot no good. And the ball's finally rebounded by Lindsey Walton. Walton outlet lets to Pongonis. Pongonis finds Megan Walton. Ball fake. Drives in the lane. Throws up the right-hander. And Megan Walton gets the bucket. Walton with 5 points. It's a 4-point Wildcat lead. 3:37 remains. Lamina Cooper with the basketball as Cooper looks right side to Hankins as Southeastern back to the zone. Owen will dribble the basketball. Looks to get around a Washington screen. Help comes. Gives it to Cooper. Cooper to Hankins. 3 on the way. That one's long. Rebounded by Lindsey Walton. Royals with the basketball, trailing by 4. Lindsey Walton into the front court to Kaylee Huppenthal. Huppenthal with the basketball to Pongonis. Pongonis down in the corner. Megan Walton, shot fake, now gets around a Pongonis screen, gives it back to Pongonis, but it's poked out of bounds by Washington and will stay down in the Royals' front court. 3:01 remains in this tight game. Southeastern trails by 4, but can cut it to a one-possession game with a bucket here. They get it to Lindsey Walton. Guarded by Anna Owens. Around a Pongonis screen, drives left side of the lane, loses it briefly, gives it to Huppenthal. Huppenthal to Megan Walton. Down to Pongonis, and as Pongonis gets the basketball, they'll have a whistle and a foul, but the bonus is in effect, and Jessica's going to go to the line for the 1-on-1. Foul looks like it's going to go against McHale Rogers. That'll be her third. She joins Destiny Washington with 3 fouls each. For Southeastern, Jessica Pongonis and Lindsey Walton both have 3 fouls, but they've done a good job staying away from fouls here in the second half. Pongonis misses the front end of the 1-on-1. Still a 4-point Lawrence North advantage. Cooper from the right wing back out to Owens, and Owens will set up the offense. It is Huppenthal, Megan and Lindsay Walton, Pongonis, and Reimer on the court for the Lady Royals. 2:30 remains in the contest. Hankins to Rogers. They'll swing the ball around. Back into the hands of Destiny Washington to Lamina Cooper. Cooper dribbles the basketball as Lawrence North more than content to just dribble time off the clock. Owens drives in the lanes, throws it up with a right hand, shot no good. Rogers had the rebound as she went back up. She hits the deck hard, and the foul goes against Southeastern. And it'll go against Jessica Pongonis. That'll be her fourth. It's the 8th team foul against Southeastern, and Mikhail Rogers is at the line to shoot 2. For Rogers, 12 points on the night. And the first free throw is good. Actually, they called that one on the floor, so it was the front end of a 1-and-1, not 2. Thought they had her going back up for the shot, but they called it a 1-and-1. But she makes the first, will get the bonus. Second free throw is also good. She converts them both. And it's back to a 6-point Lawrence North lead. Lindsay Walton, left side, Kaylee Huppenthal. Kaylee with the basketball, loses it, hands it to Taya Reimer. Reimer guarded by Cooper. Drives to the right hand, pulls up from the left elbow. Shot is short, and it's tapped back out to Cooper for Lawrence North. Cooper will take it back out as didn't have the numbers. And she will dribble drive and try to check the zone and now just hand it back to Anna Owens. 1:39 remains in this contest. Lawrence North up by 6, 48-42. Number 5, Lawrence North. Number 7, Southeastern. And Lawrence North more than content to take time off of the clock as Taya Reimer is forced to commit her second personal foul, the 19th foul against Hamilton Southeastern, to send Lamina Cooper to the line for the 1-and-1. 8 points for Cooper tonight. She's 1 of 1 from the line. Taylor Graham comes in. Kaylee Huppenthal leaves. So Cooper at the line for the 1-and-1. Currently a 2-possession game. One free throw could make it 3. She misses it, short front off the front rim. Reimer outlets to Graham. Graham drives, throws it up off the glass. Shot no good. Washington with a rebound. Outlets to Anna Owens. Owens into the front court. Drives down the left side of the lane. Shot no good. Pongonis with a rebound. Megan Walton and Jordan Hankins collide. Here's Reimer for 3. That shot is short. Rogers with a rebound and a timeout called by Wildcats coach Chris Giffen with 1:05 remaining in this contest. His Wildcats up 48-42 over the 7th-ranked Southeastern Royals. This is high school basketball on Audio Sports Online. I want to remind fans, Lady Royals basketball all season long has been brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment, a proud supporter of Hamilton Southeastern Athletics and the community as a whole. Learn more at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Brian Scott back with you from Hamilton Southeastern High School. The 7th-ranked Hamilton Southeastern Lady Royals trail the 5th-ranked Lawrence North Lady Wildcats by the score of 48-42. Both teams in the bonus. The next Hamilton Southeastern team foul will put Lawrence North in the double bonus. For Lawrence North, they have 18 fouls as a whole. Taya Reimer with 20 points in this contest. Alicia Goad now in, as it's going to be Graham, Hornbuckle, Goad, Pongonis, and Reimer, the 5 on the court for Southeastern, as they will look to have some full court pressure. 1:05 remain in regulation. They get the ball in the hands of Jordan Hankins to Anna Owens. Trap comes, Graham, as Owens is able to get in the front court. She retreats to Cooper, and Cooper is immediately fouled by Casey Hornbuckle. For Casey, that's her second, but it is the 10th team foul against Hamilton Southeastern. So the double bonus now in effect, and Lamina Cooper at the line for 2. 48-42, 56.7 seconds remain. Still a two-possession game, but a free throw here makes it a three-possession game. First free throw is good. It is now a three-possession game. Megan Walton, Lindsey Walton come back in. Taylor Graham, Casey Hornbuckle leave, and Coach Huppenthal will be playing offense-defense here. Second free throw coming up for Lamina Cooper. It's a 7-point game. A free throw here could make it an 8-point game, but it's short. Pongonis with a rebound, outlets to Megan Walton. 52 seconds remain. Lindsey Walton with a basketball, pull-up three on its way. It's good. Lindsey Walton with a big three, cuts it to a 49-45 Lawrence North advantage. As that cuts it to a 4-point game. It's still a two-possession game in favor of Lawrence North, but that's a big bucket right there by Lindsey Walton as she hits the three. She now has 11 points in this contest, and the timeout was called as both teams strategized this. 46.7 seconds left. 10 team fouls right now for Hamilton Southeastern, 8 team fouls for Lawrence North. So the Royals will look to likely foul once again, being down 2 possessions. They need to get the basketball back. So they'll look for pressure on the inbounds and then a quick foul. Should Lawrence North be able to get it into the front court? Out of the timeout for Lawrence North, it'll be Owens, Hankins, Rogers, Washington, and Cooper. That's their starting 5. And for Southeastern, it will be Goad, Hornbuckle, Graham, Lindsey Walton, and Taya Reimer. Cooper with the inbounds. 46.7 seconds remain. Gives the ball to Owens as the clock moves. Into Cooper. Cooper leaves it off to Hankins. Hankins is going to be fouled by Hornbuckle immediately. That's Casey's third personal. As Pongonis, Megan Walton and Kaylee Huppenthal get ready to check back in. Jordan Hankins at the line for the double bonus. This is her first trip. She has 10 points, all of them in the first half. She had that big three to give Lawrence North a 1-point lead at the break. That gave Lawrence North some momentum, and she hits the first of 2. So Pongo, Megan Walton, and Kaylee Huppenthal come in. Graham, Goad, and Hornbuckle depart. And Hankins with one more free throw. Second free throw is good. And it's back to a two-possession game, a 6-point lead. 36 seconds remain. Lindsey Walton loses it briefly. Brings it up right side, leaves it for Kaylee Huppenthal. Huppenthal works, gives it to Lindsey, and she's fouled. And the Royals will have a chance to put some points on the board with the clock stopped at 29 seconds. It is the 9th team foul against Lawrence North, as the blocking foul is called against Jordan Hankins. That's her second. So Graham, Hornbuckle return. Alicia Goad will come in, depending on what Kaylee Huppenthal does here with the free throws. For Kaylee, looking for her first point, 1-and-1 in effect. She hits the first of 2. Big free throw there. .29 seconds remain, a 5-point lead for Lawrence North. Second free throw is up, rattles around, but they will say we have a whistle. And once again, Coach Huppenthal not happy with this officiating. And now he's looking for clock because time went off the clock. And evidently, officials saying an inadvertent whistle. And now the officiating officials are going to have to talk this over. Neither coach has been very happy with the officiating, as Goggins is now in. They'll leave the clock where it is. And now another stoppage as they talk to the scorer's table. As it stands, it's a 5-point Lawrence North lead, 51-46. 28 and 1/10 seconds remain in the fourth quarter. Coach Hubbenthal is asking for more time on the clock as the clock ran after an inadvertent whistle. And now we're going to have another confrontation, or conversation, I should say, as the conference, they tell Coach Hubbenthal to back away. Again, neither coach really happy with this crew all game long. Coach Hubbenthal more than most, and now that looks like they are going to put some time back out on the clock. Now Coach Chris Giffen of the Lady Wildcats wants an explanation. What happened was after Kaylee's second free throw was missed, there was a whistle, and all the players stopped thinking there was a lane violation, and evidently it was an inadvertent whistle. They'll put 9/10 of a second on. There's 29 seconds on the clock. 51-46, Lawrence North. Cooper inbounds. Foul comes as they look. As getting it into the front court is Anna Owens. Now Owens is fouled as 6 seconds, a little less than 6 seconds run off the clock. And we'll see the foul, I believe, is going to go against Brittany Goggins. That's her first. And that'll send Owens to the line for the double bonus. It'll be Lindsay and Megan Walton, Jessica Bongonis, and Kaylee Hubbenthal coming in after the first free throw. Owens makes the first, and now it's back to a 6-point lead. A second free throw here would make it a 3-possession game in favor of Lawrence North. 23 and 1/10 seconds remain. 52-46 is our score. And Owens with a very big free throw here. She makes it. It's a 3-possession game. Otherwise, Royals still have a chance with 2 possessions. And she missed it. Reimer with a rebound. Taylor into the front court, behind the back. Steps up, gives it to Megan Walton. 15 seconds, long-range 3, misses everything. And getting the rebound and then fouled is Jordan Hankins. 11.7 seconds remain, and we're going to head to the Lawrence North end of the court for more free throws as they just need one to make it a 3-possession game. Foul went against Jessica Pongonis. That's her 5th. She fouls out. She finishes the game with 9 points. As Jordan Hankins will be at the line, Taylor Graham will come in for Pongonis. And she will get some words from Coach Huppenthal and heads toward the end of the bench. Jordan Hankins, with 11.7 seconds, can put this game away with just 1 free throw. She has 2 shots at it. She misses the first. Still just a 2-possession game, 11.7 seconds left. And while the odds are stacked against the Royals, stranger things have happened. But if she makes one of these, or makes this second one, that all but does it for Southeastern. Second free throw is up. That rims out. Reimer with a rebound. Taya with 9 seconds just takes it to the cup. She'll get the bucket, but that's probably going to do it. It makes it still a 4-point game with 3.4 seconds remaining. Goggins, Goad, and Hornbuckle back in. 3.4 seconds remain. 52-48 Lawrence North. They get the ball, and that will all but do it. Destiny Washington can hang on to the basketball. And the 5th-ranked Lawrence North Lady Wildcats defeat number 7 Hamilton Southeastern 52-48. Stay with us here for a few minutes. We'll have our final stats. This is Royals basketball on Audio Sports Online. Welcome back to Hamilton Southeastern High School, where the 7th-ranked Lady Royals of Hamilton Southeastern fall to the 5th-ranked Lady Wildcats from Lawrence North by the score of 52-48. An intense basketball game throughout. Two teams known for good defense, some good three-point shooting, and some work down in the low post. It pretty much came true, but it was more about momentum tonight. Hamilton Southeastern had it through, I'd say the first 12, 13 minutes of this ball game, up by as much as 6 points at one point. But then things kind of turned the final 2 minutes or so of the second quarter, and it kind of came to a head when Jordan Hankins hit a big three at the buzzer of the first half to send Lawrence North to the locker room with a 1-point lead. From there, it pretty much stayed true to form. Both teams came out scoring 10 points in the third quarter, and Lawrence North was finally able to put it away here in the fourth quarter as they come away with a 4-point lead despite Hamilton Southeastern trying to rally in this fourth quarter. Let's give you our final stats for tonight's game. First, for the visiting Lawrence North Lady Wildcats, leading them with 14 points was Michaela Rogers. 12 points for Jordan Hankins, 11 points for Destiny Washington, 9 points for Lamina Cooper, 6 points for Anna Owens, Amani Ferguson, Devin Ferguson, Lauren Dickerson. They all played. They did not score. For the Lady Royals, leading all scores with 22 points was Taya Reimer. She had 16 of those in the first half. 11 points for Lindsay Walton. Jessica Bongonis finished with 9 points before fouling out in the fourth quarter. 5 points for Megan Walton. 1 point for Kaylee Huppenthal. Taylor Graham, Casey Hornbuckle, Maddie Taylor, Brittany Goggins, and Alicia Go all played. They did not score. For Hamilton Southeastern, they fall to 14-3 on the season, while the victory improves Lawrence North's record to 15-3. Next up for Hamilton Southeastern will be a Hoosier Crossroads Conference matchup, their final road HCC game of the year, as they travel to Lafayette Jefferson on Saturday. Due to scheduling conflicts, we will not be able to bring you that game here on Audio Sports Online. We will have the game on January 22nd as the final road game of the regular season sees the Hamilton Southeastern Lady Royals travel to play the Pike Lady Red Devils. That should be, like tonight's game, an excellent basketball game before Southeastern finishes up the regular season at home with Fort Wayne Canterbury and Avon. Our next broadcast of Royals basketball on Audio Sports Online will be this Friday as Brian Satterfield's team takes to the road in a Hoosier Crossroads Conference matchup as they go on the road to play the Avon Orioles. JV game begins at 6 o'clock, varsity game at 7:30. That is a game you will be able to watch here on Audio Sports Online. Once again, our final score here at Hamilton Southeastern High School. The Lady Royals, they put up a spirited fight. They have a fantastic game against Lawrence North, but they come up on the short side as the 7th-ranked Lady Royals fall to the 5th-ranked Lady Wildcats by the score of 52-48. This is Brian Scott saying thanks for joining me tonight. Look forward to seeing you Friday night from Avon. Until then, so long, everybody.